Do me a favor, go get the documents,
Yeah.
bring them in here, we're gonna lay them out on the table, we're gonna
Okay.
look at everything.
Okay.
I've got questions from Brad I need to ask you.
Okay.
That way you don't ever have to worry about meeting Brad
Okay.
again, not have to talk to Brad
Okay.
again.
All right.
You know, we'll get that
All
squared
right,
away,
good. Let me
okay?
get- All right. This is the real McCoy. This, they call it burn all of this, okay?
Did they burn this, is that what you said?
Yeah, they make it this out here. I kept two that goes there. And then I give one to Detective Ricardo, and he said he doesn't have it. But he probably, I don't know where it is. But anyway, here is all the, let me just highlight this for you. Brad is more interested in this, Massage, Florida. All the phone numbers of the girls. And when I have the subpoena, he has my writing. They went to the garbage to find these records. Some of these girls, of course, they asked me, do you know? I said, no or yes, but here is the evidence of names, last names, area codes, okay?
Who created this book?
Epstein himself.
This book was made by
Yeah.
Epstein?
All his Mercedes, all his planes, they were supposed to have this. He made all of this disappear.
So he had a copy of these for everywhere,
Yeah.
everywhere he
Well,
was.
of course, he said, I don't have it. You know. Now, can I show you something?
Absolutely.
This is I got something here for you, but I'm gonna, what is that? If you go one by one, for instance, John Luke, he used to own the Karen model agencies all over the world. He was the scout to bring in young girls to Epstein. That's what he said, Karen model is bullshit.
How do you know that?
Because he called me, I said, Alfredo, I have 2 females for him. Personally, I will pick him up in the airport.
So you would pick up the girls?
With him, yes.
Okay.
All the time. Okay, now.
Now you knew he was having sex with these girls?
No, he was not involved. He will leave these girls. He will, everything will operate a plane. He will back to Paris.
No, I'm talking about Epstein.
Yeah.
You knew Epstein was having sex with these girls, that this guy,
I didn't see them, but of course you are an adult. I have 2 girls, all the Luella and the Gardner we saw, and we looked the other way because once after he leaves the house, we will find condoms and vibrator. But I went through these 2 hours of testimony, you know.
Okay.
But this is the people that I couldn't say it in front of the camera. I know because I have these documents at home. Because this is the agreement that I have with Brad. He doesn't know this. He cannot be tell anybody that whoever give you this, I don't know.
Well, where exactly did you find that?
This was in my desk. I have let me explain. Epstein owned a house all of it. Palm Beach, Paris, New York, Sorrel Ranch in New Mexico, the islands. Okay. He provides for my house. My kitchen is 3 times bigger as the, and I have a desk there with this and other books that I have information. But this was supposed to go. I have to call the pilot. I have it there, and also my computer. But just in case of power failure, he was very organized. So I was supposed to be this on every plane and every. So
how did you keep that from getting destroyed?
Because okay, good question. One day I took the Suburban. There were 2 Suburbans, identical for the stuff. One had OnStar, the other one didn't have it or something. And Epstein said, "Oh, Alfredo, you took the one I like," and he used the excuse because he probably knew that I knew a lot of things. So he let me go. He paid me 3 months after that, no problem, good recommendation, whatever it is. But he knew already that I didn't have a clue. Actually, you know, that he was an investigation. He didn't investigate. Proof of that is that when they show me when I was subpoenaed with Brad, they show a statement, bank statements with my signature because I said, "Alfredo, get me $30,000. Go to Colonial Bank, here's the cash." 20 times. My signature. They retrieve those from the bank and also the notes from the phone, from the garbage. The FBI was already telling him. I didn't know that.
The FBI was telling you.
The FBI was already involved with this. After the Palm Beach Police Department said we couldn't find anything about Epstein. Of course, Palm Beach was bought out or something. FBI got involved because these girls, they came from out of state, from out of the country. So FBI got involved. So I saw them both. Palm Beach Police Department, they asked me to subpoena, and I said, "How did you work?" "Yes, but they don't have nothing of this."
Now, you were interviewed by the FBI?
Yeah.
And because I remember you telling me that on the phone. How come you didn't tell them about that?
No, because they didn't ask me. "Do you have any phone numbers?" "I don't have it."
So you lied to them, essentially.
Well, yeah, because my wife told me this. Look at this. I said, "Alfredo, why don't you say to Brad, we right now, let me explain this. We were just about to lose the house in Miami." And I said to Brad, listen, help me, and I provided with the keys. "Why can you provide me?" "I have it." "Do you have this number?" "Yes, I do." "Yes, I do. But help me out, and this is what we can do."
The only reason I'm asking these questions is not because I'm curious by any means. It's I have to verify that that's a lot of money in there, and that the money that I'm giving you, that this stuff is real, and you didn't just go into a phone book and make up a bunch of names. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No.
Not that I don't trust you,
No.
but my job is to vet out any sort of.
Well, this. You want to call some numbers? I don't know.
No, I don't need
Okay,
to call
but
out.
anyway, let me go on and you will see how deep is this, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have Jean-Luc Brunel. So here I have another thing. Her Highness Duchess of York, personal friend of Epstein. All the time, is Jeffrey in the house? I don't think she was involved, but look who called to the house. It's in the papers with my signature, okay? All right. You will see a lot of important people here, but let me just show you the personal secretary of Epstein. Her address in New York, emails, all of this they asked me, you know, how can I remember? But it was this here, okay? Ghislaine Maxwell was his former companion, very powerful lady from England. She would go to the former Eastern countries in Europe and find girls for Epstein. And I knew that because I went with my wife. They used to have a computer so powerful, they used to have a water radiator to cool the computer because they used to download pictures like that so fast. Girls, she has nice breasts, she has this and that.
You saw that stuff?
Yeah.
On the computer?
Yeah.
The pictures of the girls? Were they
I
naked and stuff like that?
Yeah, I testified that.
You testified
Yeah,
that
I
already?
did, yeah.
Okay.
That Brad knows about. But I couldn't prove that. That's why they need the guy that fixed the Citrix systems. He lives in Ohio. I'm going to him. Okay? Gilda Maxwell. Okay. They asked me if I knew the guys who ran his state in Manhattan. I said, I know it's Joseph and Florina. I don't remember this here. Joseph and Florina were a domestic managing couple for Ghislaine Maxwell. Okay, you can ask them. They're probably there. They're still there. There are a couple of Filipinos. Okay. Massage, California. I didn't personally knew that this girl was coming from California. These are the numbers. Okay. And
Those are, let me see, those are California numbers?
Yeah.
A lot of these are just,
No,
first
but,
names.
no, but of course, but this is, you have to think about this. This information is only for Epstein, his associates, very close
Right,
associates. You know,
so those are mostly underage girls, those
Yeah.
numbers?
they were very young. Let me. You gotta know this. You have to know this. My wife and I, we used to own a small coffee shop, mom and pop operation, and we wanted to buy the property because at that time they were asking $300,000 commercial. So I showed the papers to Mr. Epstein to help me. He said, Mr. Epstein, can you help me? You know anybody that can give me a mortgage? And he said, call this person. So I called this person, beautiful girl, 28 years old, and I said, is Jeffrey in town? Of course, he was very eager to see him. So in no time, he showed up in the manager. I didn't, what am I going to throw it out? So I escorted to the outside of the house, and we sat in the courtyard, have a drink, and she told me, Alfredo, I'm going to need your social security back to run your record. Okay, so we met for 10, 15 minutes. I was escorting out, and he saw her. And he said, hey, let's say, I don't know, Courtney, or whatever it is. Hi, Jeffrey, blah, blah, boom, they hug, blah, 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 blah. Okay, Bob, thank you, boom. She goes, Mr. Epstein calls me. Alfredo, come to my office, please. How did you dare to bring her to my house? Blah, blah. Mr. Epstein, you gave me the number. Yeah, I didn't tell you to give me. I don't want to see her again. Because after 22 years old and on, he doesn't want any girls. He's diseased, he is sick.
So you
and
didn't
getting
like the
girls-
fact that she was there because she was an adult?
Yes, exactly.
Gotcha.
So all the girls, all we used to have in the refrigerator was ice cream for the girls, cereal and skim milk. Okay, and these knows David the chef, everybody in the house. Now, of course, I was the boss, so I had to know these things.
Sure.
Okay. So massage Paris. Some of these they were in the house in Palm Beach. Okay, but there's the lawyers, they want to see connections between these phone numbers and some of these girls that they're suing, because they find these numbers, one of the biggest girls suing, they will say, oh my God, they put 1 and 2, okay? Okay. Alberto Pinto is one of the most famous architects in the world. He designed his house in Paris. Call me all the time, all his numbers, very important people. Balson Cotrin, he was my colleague, house manager of the property in Paris. They asked me that question in the subpoena. I didn't have it. There it is. Okay? Let me go on. Sorry, I'm kind of nervous, but
No, don't be nervous.
But,
We're going to take our time and go through
Alright.
this one thing at a time.
all right. Another thing Brad wants to know.